Hello guys, you're very welcome to this very impressive property in Ravensdale in County Louth. This property has so much to talk about and I'm going to really only be able to scratch the surface of it in showing it to you today. It's definitely one that I would recommend taking a closer look at. It's a 5-bedroom detached property on a large site right next door to the Ravensdale Reservoir. So it's a beautiful setting. You can see from the gardens to the front and the mountains to the back that there's so much scope for this property. Inside the house, it's got 5 bedrooms, potential to make one of those en suite, and it's got a fantastic big living room and a great kitchen. Lots of potential in this property. It is a property that's ready for an extra bit of maintenance and perhaps a reimagination of some spaces. However, it's a big prize. It's gorgeous space and it's ideally situated. We're probably about 6 kilometres from Dundalk, very convenient to the M1 motorway and just off the old Newry Road and on the edge of Ravensdale. So the location is fantastic. There's a national school within Ravensdale which is nearby, and there is obviously, you're on a very short distance into town. So let's have a look inside and when you see all that's going on in this property, you'll definitely have some comments and questions, which we love to receive. So here we are. And you can see from the front of the property that it's partially a single story and then partially 2-story over here. So it means, for one thing, that it's very future-proofed because there is full downstairs accommodation. 3 of the 5 bedrooms are on the ground floor and then 2 of the bedrooms are upstairs here above a really excellent multi-purpose garage space. Also downstairs, obviously, that kitchen, living room and the main bathroom. Now, before we go inside to have a look around, I want to show you or give you a little glimpse of this gorgeous garden. It's a beautiful space to be, as you can see, fantastic tall trees. And in the distance there is the water reservoir, and you'll see at the end just how magical it is to be able to overlook something like that. There's a lovely variety of things planted in this garden. My particular favourite is the wild rhododendron, which you can see there. I mean, it's just so lovely and such a lovely pop of colour. So now we're going to go on inside and get stuck in this property. Into the entrance hallway. Personally, I love deep colours in an entrance hallway. This space is very bright thanks to not only the front door but also the double doors in to the first reception room. So you get away with darker colours like this, but then nicely uplit with feature lighting. There's a cloakroom off the hallway, and then we go into the very, very spacious living room. It's a super space. It's triple aspect. It's got a sort of a semi-solid or click floor here, and wherever you look, any window that you look out of, you get something lovely to see. So, for example, out of here, you're seeing the lovely front garden. Out of this window, you're seeing the rhododendron, of course, but beyond, you're seeing the reservoir. And look here, out of this window, gorgeous mountain. That's the whole Ravensdale mountain area. So getting back to the room, you can see its great size. There's great scope here because over at one side, you can have a little seating area. It's big enough, what I'm saying is, to have a sense of zoning to it. It's set around this fantastic feature fireplace hearth. Really nicely done. It's a feature, as I say, all of its own in the house. And in the centre of it is this freestanding stove. So imagine come in the wintertime and get that going and you've got a really cosy space. So that is the living room. Now we're going to go on through to the kitchen. The kitchen is part of the kitchen is an extension to the house, so you can see there from that arch it's extended. The kitchen, again, it's dual aspect, and as I said before, something lovely to see out of each window. So it is a lovely bright space and plenty space for the division of activity. So one side is cooking and preparing, and the other side, of course, is dining. Unusually here, there's 2 tables, but I mean, for me, I would probably put an island into this centre space and really have fun working because it's such a big kitchen space. You've got plenty scope for doing different things. And just to show you here also, again, another freestanding stove set in there. Off the kitchen, you have a guest WC and a back hall out to the back of the house, which we're going to look at shortly. Okay, now first bedroom is across the hall from that. You're going to see great sizes in these rooms. This space here is, as you say, it's a double room, plenty space. It's got built-in storage here, and this room actually is spoilt rotten because it gets to look out to the front garden. Again, a lovely bright room. It would be a west-facing room, okay? Then down along here, bedroom number 2, same size, perhaps a little bit longer, but again, great size. You can see here the storage solution here that they've opted for is a big storage wardrobe, but you could equally have, you could build in storage here if you wanted to. Again, plenty space for additional vanity accommodation, work desk, whatever you need. And this room gives that onto that, again, that gorgeous front garden. That's number 2. Number 3 is also on the ground floor, as is the main bathroom. Lovely big space, really impressive big space actually, really nice white with a black motif tiled floor and a walk-in large shower unit with electric appliance. Now, we're going to go on and look upstairs to some very interesting accommodation up here. So we've got up, this is above the garage, which again we're going to look at in a moment. Bedroom number 4, lovely big double room again. Okay. This room has a full wall of built-in storage. Okay. And again, with the same type of walnut effect floor. Want to show you this though. Look how spoilt this room is. It has that beautiful mountain view. And around to there. Lovely. Yeah, the storage in a bedroom is so important. And when you get into a space that it's already been accommodated for and provided for, it's such a bonus. Now, this area has a separate toilet wash hand basin. As you can see there, to my mind, the ideal solution here, because this is a, you know, it's not a block wall, you could turn this into a whole big ensuite there. Just a thought. And here into the 5th bedroom. Again, super big double, but look, the whole wall flanked with glazed panels and then beautiful balcony, and look what's outside. So when you're sitting or standing here, you are just in your own little world. Beautiful garden, and then over in the distance, the reservoir. It's the kind of place that you just wouldn't want to leave. See there? Now, we're going to show you additionally some footage of the garage downstairs and the back of the property, and that is going to give you a pretty good sense of what is to offer in this fantastic property. This is the garage area underneath the balcony that we've just been in. As you can see, it serves a very important purpose here. It's the den for the kids. And so whether you need a den for your kids or whether you want to convert this into a home office situation or a workshop, for example, if that's important, this really is a space that has a lot of potential to untap. If you go through that door there, you get through to a separate, very large utility, which you'll see in my photos. I do kind of love the graffiti on the walls. It's very funky. It's a great space here. It's got an electric roller door there to get out onto the front of the property. So here we are now at the back of the house, and it's just to show you what a fantastic, beautiful setting this is. We started out at the front with that beautiful view of sort of semi-wilded and beautiful mature planted trees, rhododendron, lovely features at the front of the garden, and here at the back of the garden, very different situation. You have this beautiful hill and mountain range in the distance and a lovely space for back garden in the foreground. A nice patio area here, which is bang on south. So south is right there. You're getting the sun here all morning, afternoon into evening. So it is a lovely sun trap, and it's now coming up to, it's lunchtime now, 1 o'clock, and there's lovely heat here. The garden itself is very well planted. It's probably ready for a big cutback and perhaps a new pair of eyes to see what can be done here. But there's so much space to play with and so much scope that any avid or beginner garden is going to have so much fun here. So that's a lot of property and a lot of information that I've given you. And if you're looking for this type of property, then you will have lots of questions. So please do give us a call or get in touch with us through any of our channels, and we will be delighted to answer your questions. And I would suggest to arrange a viewing of the property because it's definitely one that you need to see for yourself. It's on the market now at €400,000, and we're looking forward to seeing you here. Thank you so much for joining me. All the best.